In our first two tutorials, we worked on the 7-up and the 6-touch skills. Today we're going to show you different ways to get the ball off the floor so you can put this all into one big combination. First flick we're going to do is probably the most basic and the one that's used by most people, and it's just putting that foot on top of the ball, bringing the ball up in the air and doing our kick-ups. So now we're going to break it down. First and most important thing is to get the foot on top of the ball, decent distance away from your body, and as we roll that ball back, we're just going to lift it off the floor and put it back down again. And we're going to do that several times, just bringing it back, lifting it, getting the ball off the floor. When you feel a bit more confident, when you lift it this time, you can maybe put a few kick-ups in. As the confidence grows, and we've rehearsed that quite a few times, we're then going to put a little chip in. So as we roll that ball back, just a little flick into the air, so we're getting those touches involved. The second flick we're going to do is a little bit more complicated. Get our foot under the ball, so bring through, a lift and a bring down. If you come in a little bit closer, I'm going to show you how to break that down and make it easier for you to learn. So we're starting off with that non-kicking foot. It's entirely up to you, you can use your kicking foot if you want to, but me personally prefer to use the non-kicking foot. It goes under the ball. I'm bringing my kicking foot through and it stands over. So that's a lift and a flick. And that's something I'm going to keep practicing. Getting the movement right, getting the touch right. It's only a soft touch. As you become more confident, then you can start to make it look a little bit more extravagant, bringing that kicking foot right through and flicking it right down. So we're going right through and flick it right down. Third trick we're going to do, and the flick, is to get the ball off the floor by bringing the ball back onto our foot. Now again, it's entirely up to you which part of the foot you want to use to do that. I prefer to have my non-kicking foot behind and my kicking foot bringing the ball back on. You can do it the other way around if you feel more comfortable. And I'll show you again, so we'll bring that ball back onto our foot and putting in a few little kick-ups. Now if you come in closer, we'll show you again how to break that down and make it easier. We'll start off sideways on, okay? My kicking foot is going to be bringing the ball back onto my non-kicking foot. So there needs to be a little bit of a gap and a little bit to the side of the ball. So I'm going to bring that ball back onto the foot. Now if we turn that around this way, as you can see, my feet are either side of the ball. And that's pretty much perfect how I want it. And my right foot comes across and just flicks that ball up in the air. Okay, flick 4. This time we're going to get our feet a little bit closer to the ball and we're going to almost wedge the ball in. There's a lift with my kicking foot, I bring the ball round, push into the floor. Now, this is actually not that complicated once you get the rhythm going. So if you come in a little bit closer, we'll show you again. So I get that ball in between my feet, there's a lift, we roll it round, and it's a push into the floor. Now the key is really to practice this first. Get it up, take it round and bring it back again. Now I've practiced that several times before even worrying about actually pushing the ball into the floor. Just getting that confidence to lift it, roll it and bring it back round. Once you grow and you feel that you're ready, just push it round, push it into the floor, finish it off with some kick-ups. Okay, flick number 5. Quite a complicated one. We're going to be taking the ball with our kicking foot and rolling it across our non-kicking foot to pop the ball up in the air. Now when it works, it looks brilliant. When it doesn't work, not so great. But you need to be confident just to keep practicing, 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 and don't be worried about making mistakes. Hopefully, it'll look something like this. Finish off with some kick-ups or whatever you want to do, the 6-touch, the 7-up, whatever, something we've shown you before. Now, if you come in a little bit closer, we'll try and make this a little bit easier for you to learn. Now it really is about being soft with your feet because you're going to really take the ball across the top with the molds or studs or blades or Astros, whatever you're wearing, with the sole of your shoe, not with the laces, not with the inside, not with the outside. It comes right across with the sole of your shoe and it's hitting that right part of your non-kicking foot that pops the ball up in the air. Now again, it takes lots of practice. Now I may well get this wrong, but I'll keep trying to show you until it hopefully comes off. It's just that little pop up off the foot. And as you see, it's like a little ramp, it pops the ball up for you. Now I'd practice just getting that movement of pushing it onto there first. Just lots of times, just getting that movement of pushing it off that foot. Sometimes it'll pop over, sometimes it'll pop up. When you feel right, you'll know to take it to the next level. Okay, flick 6. Very similar to flick 3, where we're bringing the ball onto the foot with our kicking foot, onto our non-kicking foot. The only difference this time is, rather than bringing it straight on, we're going to bring it around, and there's a little lift this time. So the movement is that. Now if you come in a bit closer, I'll do my best to try and show you this in a bit of slow motion and a little bit slower to make it easier for you to look at. Now I start with my non-kicking foot now straight behind the ball, and I'm bringing that foot down, and as it comes back I lift my foot with the ball. Now this movement's all done with the ball, so it's that little push and that little lift. So it's down to you now to work on this exercise, and if I show you from sideways on, that's the foot positions. This leg comes, as I back flick I take this leg across and this leg will lift the ball. So it's this movement, getting that ball in here. Okay, there's 6 tricks to get you started with your freestyling. Getting the ball off the floor, getting the ball into positions where you can do your kick-ups, your tricks, your flicks, your skills. Next tutorial, we'll show you some different ideas to get the ball off the floor and hopefully take it to the next level.